Hello, my name is Sean Buckley. I'm lead counsel for the National Citizens Inquiry. Welcome to 2024. I'm very excited to announce that on January 23rd at 8 p.m. Eastern, we are holding a special event. We are bringing back Dr. Robert Malone to update us since he testified back on March 30th, 2023 in Truro, Nova Scotia. And I'd invite all of you to go to Dr. Malone's witness page. So just go to the nationalcitizensinquiry.ca site, go to the Toronto hearings, day 1, Dr. Malone is the second witness. You'll find his testimony there, his video testimony. You'll also find his 19-page CV. Dr. Malone is rightfully called the inventor of the mRNA technology used in the COVID-19 vaccines. He holds many key patents. He is an expert in biowarfare. He is an expert in clinical trials. He is a world-renowned personality, and we're lucky to have him back. Now, when you bring Dr. Malone in for a conversation, you don't know where it's going to go, but we're going to have him start by giving us more information about fifth generation warfare. I know we surprised people when we called Dr. Malone as a witness and didn't invite him to speak about mRNA technology. Rather, we had him speak about fifth generation warfare, which is military grade psyopses against civilian populations. And his testimony was chilling. I recall when he reproduced some Canadian mainstream news articles about how the Canadian military was running a military-grade psyops against the Canadian population. And you kind of have to wonder, like, how does this work? Are you reading your Sunday paper with your coffee beside you, and you're reading about how the military is running a psyops against you? And like, what do you do nothing and turn the page and read the hockey scores? That's when you know the psyops is working. It was riveting. So we're going to invite him to update us on that topic. I know that he's interested in some other things right now, such as the DNA contamination in the COVID-19 shots. I know that he's very interested in Florida Surgeon General Joseph Ladipo, and how the Surgeon General has basically called for a stopping of all COVID-19 vaccines. So hopefully we'll get a discussion on that, and we'll just see how it goes. But we're very pleased to have him back. And I'm going to invite everyone to basically make this a watch party, like invite people for the event. One thing we've learned about the National Citizens Inquiry is the format, for whatever reason, is non-threatening to people who do not want to be open to the fact that there's a different narrative. I've shared in the past how we have a close family member that, just simply did not agree with our point of view at all. Watched the National Citizens Inquiry and now is very open to the idea that there's different narratives. It's curious, we had a person in our neighborhood who, in the height of the COVID madness, we were literally afraid of perhaps sharing our status with the authorities. And this person has now been watching the National Citizens Inquiry and is questioning us, like, why don't more people know about this? This has to get out. They can't believe, he and his spouse can't believe what they're watching. And so we need to start turning these into events. There's something else about 2024 that is important. And maybe let's just recap a little bit about 2023. It was all we could do at the NCI to actually organize the hearings and put them on. And when we started in Truro, Nova Scotia, it was far from certain that we would be able to finish this very ambitious schedule and project because we didn't have the resources to run through. But we experienced you pulling along beside us. We experienced, I don't even know what adjective to use. How do you describe what it was like at the hearings when people that literally were terrified to testify all of a sudden were finding strength when they were on the stand and sharing their stories? And I'm sorry, I feel like I'm going to choke up. There was something that happened. A community happened. We got to see a different point of view. We learned things. We opened up. We were told we don't have to be afraid anymore. It literally became a moving of God. That's the only way I can describe it. And I was in every set of hearings except the Truro one. And what does 2024 bring? When we've just experienced a mighty moving of God, I literally had been praying before the hearing started that God would use the NCI as a light on the hill to bring truth. And I'm even more excited about 2024. Now, one thing that we're doing, and I'm going to invite everyone to please go to our website. On our homepage, you'll find a little way down a green box to basically subscribe again. We are changing email platforms. There's a few reasons for this. It's going to be very good for the NCI going forward. But we actually need to migrate everyone over in a proper way. So we actually need you to resubscribe. When you do, don't worry, we will take you off the old list. You're not going to get 2 emails from us. But it's so important that we migrate everyone over. So please visit the National Citizens Inquiry website, nationalcitizensinquiry.ca, and /sign up, or just find that box on our homepage. So another thing that we're going to be doing in the new year, well, actually next week or the following week, is we're going to start Witness Wednesdays. We're going to start with Mr. Rodney Palmer, but we're going to walk through all 305 witnesses, and every Wednesday just replay the testimony and pump it out there. Now, this is an opportunity for you to invite people to your homes and literally, as we call it now, a watch party. Have people, have your friends, have your acquaintances watch a single witness's testimony. And let's start getting that narrative out. We're terribly excited about what is going to happen this year as we work together, as we collectively figure out how do we overturn this narrative? How do we use this incredible treasure trove of 305 witnesses? How do we use that to make a difference? So welcome to 2024. We at the National Citizens Inquiry are excited about working with you. Please subscribe and watch what we do.